Hello everybody, it's Nighthawk, and today I'd like to talk to you all about the UFO phenomena, or UAP as the new age of it is developed. Either way you call it, it's unidentified. Unless you work for the military, then you know damn well what you're looking at. So, and I'll enlighten you why I say it that way. First off, let's talk about like the different ways that they're supposedly traveling. Okay, a lot of thought and theory on it. I mean, they're different shapes. They're tic-tac. They're tubular. They're oval, they're saucer shaped, they're pyramid shaped, they're square shaped, there's all kinds of shapes. There's even shapes of being reported looking like rocks. So, that being said, shapes are going to vary, okay? My guess is that it's going to vary because of the materials at hand. The certain minerals that are used to make the metals, or the non-metal surfaces, or the biological surfaces, and I'll explain a little bit more on that too. The biological surfaces are meant to look biological, I should say. Okay. The shape, the size, and all that has to do, and the propulsion, the weight, and the way the media flow is. And what I mean by media flow is crafts that go transmedia. They go through 3 different types of media travelability, which means they go from air to water to space. Propulsions, anti-gravity is probably a given on a lot of them. Typical thrust, like jet, the silence of the Black Hawk helicopters and stuff like that, that are used for military purposes. They can silence the jet now, the jet noise. To a certain, decibel. A lot of it talk about element 115 and Bob Lazar and all that, and I'm not calling Bob Lazar a liar, okay? Because he came up with element 115, 2-3 years before element 115 was even divulged to the public and even put on the periodic table. So. That being said, the electromagnetic propulsion type of stuff, that's the kind of stuff that our military, I would imagine, has been focused on at Area 51, Area 52, all that, some of the other places. Area 52, by the way, is Dulce base. The Department of Forestry is more than what it appears to be, apparently, because they've been helping hide and test the crafts that our military has been working on. Which, makes sense, because there's vast amounts of land out there that nobody even walks on in some of these national parks. So, yeah, that would make sense. Bradshaw Ranch in Sedona, Arizona is another one, with the unmarked black helicopters and the private heavy armed security guards. That's another area of probably study, I would say. And I wrote this down in my journal about, must be probably, how old was I? I was probably about 10 years old. And it says, is it possible that in the years 1936 to 1939, that the Nazi Party, upon finding a crashed UFO in the Black Forest, discovered several technologies such as time travel, new propulsion devices, and more. It is even conceivable that the World War II was won by the Nazis due to their time travel technology, or that the alien intervention brought all our governments to their knees begging to survive, and extraterrestrials are watching us closely in case our governments screw it all up, and that they end mankind's and make extinction the final recourse or answer. That was written I don't know how long ago I wrote that. That was a while ago. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing flying around the skies nowadays are, I'd say about 60% of them are military. And the reason I say that is because of the willingness our government is having lately to disclose a lot of this stuff and to disinformation a lot of people on how evil the alien races are. Well, I got news for you, man. If the alien races were evil, we'd either be dead or imprisoned in an alien prison somewhere, because they sure as hell have the technology to wipe us off the planet like we're nothing. So there's something else going on, okay? Which means that our governments are secretly building up their own craft, that Area 51, Area 52, wherever you want to call them. I don't know what the other countries have. I know there's a place in Australia and a place in Russia and all that, but I can't remember the names of them offhand right now. But, you know, it amazes me that how our military-industrial complex, how much they think that the American population is stupid, fat, and just lazy people sitting inside their homes doing nothing, that don't want to look up in the sky. You would think that in today's, technology, and I think this is the main reason that our government came out about their UAP program, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. Yeah, sounds like some kind of freaking movie or TV show. I go with UFO, unidentified flying aircraft, because what the hell are they doing? They're flying. Yay. All right. Anyways, let's make a long story short here. I think our government came out about it because they knew that they were going to get caught with their pants down. And how embarrassing would that be with Biden? Okay, don't even want to go there. That image is now just drilled into my brain. Anyways, make a long story short, again, we are going to say that the reason that they did that is because of all the cell phones and stuff and all the technology that we have as citizens of a republic. We could capture pictures of all kinds of stuff in video recordings any time of the day, night, whenever, I mean, there's what, 340 some million people live in the United States? Okay. Figure 339,999,000 of them have phones, running all the time, taking pictures and all that, and you got the possibility that something's going to get caught, you know what I mean? Even if it's by accident. So, our government came out, and disclosed a little bit of information to make themselves look good. And you know why? The second reason why is because they're probably going to try a damn fake alien invasion. And, a lot of people laugh about that, but think about it. Think about what they could gain scaring all the masses of people into believing that there's an alien invasion and that the aliens are evil and we're all going to die So you got to do what the government says to do. Think about that for a moment. What's the best way to control every human being on this planet? Fear. Says it all. It's amazing. It really, really is amazing. You know, you go to the vault.fbi.gov and you'll find out a lot of information like I have. You know, I get comments, almost on a daily basis to how knowledgeable I am about everything. I do a lot of research, my friends, and I have a lot of friends in places that a lot of people wouldn't. The only reason I'm disclosing all this stuff is before I die, I want you all to be made aware that this stuff was disclosed to you and that I tried my best to put it out there. A lot of the UAPs, UFOs that you see, I'll say it this way. UFOs are alien, extraterrestrial. Okay? UAPs, military-industrial complex, because they're the ones that made up that UAP thing. That's how they're probably able to distinguish the difference between spoken and unspoken sightings. If somebody calls it a UAP, it's probably one of theirs. If somebody calls it a UFO, it's probably extraterrestrial. So that cuts down a lot of the way people look at it or perceive certain things. UAPs are government crafts, and they will be used to fake an alien invasion. And I'm telling you this because of two key people involved in the whole scenario that are FBI agents, or retired FBI agents, I should say. I'm not going to disclose their names. Well, I guess I could disclose the one because I think he's deceased by now. His last name is Hoddle. And he had a lot of stuff to do with the 1947 Roswell incident. He had a lot of insight from one of the aliens that divulged a lot of stuff to him over the years. And a lot of his papers you're going to find at the vault.fbi.gov to explain a little bit more about what I'm talking about. The other person I'd like to get on a podcast sometime, the other FBI agent, he is currently still alive. Very well-spoken man, very respected. He basically got out of the FBI before the whole Comey took it over and started screwing everything up. Because he knew what the man was like. He'll even tell you that himself. So, in fact, Comey actually tried to fire him like 60 days before he retired from the FBI. So that shows you what kind of person Comey is, and how much of an insider FBI guy he was for the Clinton family, who I have my theories about being lizard people. And that's a whole nother subject, by the way. You guys aren't going to believe some of the stuff I have to tell you. I have no idea how I'm going to do it all. But we're going to try. One more thing I want to bring to light about the UFO thing is a lot of the stuff that the portals and stuff that they come through for interdimensional travel. You have to think of the Earth. Okay, the Earth is a marble. Okay, it's a marble, and then you go about